This is BS. This is BS. Why are we here? I am going to call corporate.
Who the hell gave this guy a video camera? Welcome, I guess, into another edition of BSing with Big Nate. Good luck.
Mutiny, Cruciform, their latest single, came out on Black Friday, and it's a pretty killer tune, and, well, they're always fun to have on, so I'm joined today by Jeremy, Jason, and Mikey. Gentlemen, hello.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hello, hello.
So,
Thanks for having me.
first and foremost, I want to talk about something that's on a lot of our minds right now. Have you guys decorated for Christmas yet?
This weekend I'm doing it.
What about you, Jeremy?
I have not yet. I'm holding off.
Yeah, I try and hold off as long as possible. But Mikey, what's going on, man?
I'm here. I'm doing it. I'm trying to figure out some stuff about Norfolk Island pines. apparently, are these all Norfolk Island pines? Do you know what type of Christmas trees they are?
Douglas first?
Douglas firsts. Huh. Okay. You know, are they
Staple.
growing around here?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Cool.
Not
All right.
natively.
All right. Interesting.
All right, so
Well, yeah.
so Mikey, when you're picking a tree, like, are there any durability tests we need to be doing, or like,
Well,
what's the best strategy when you're going in looking for your?
I like a nice dry tree. Something. If you see something like here on the bottom, you don't want any sap coming out. You want it nice and dry. So if it catches fire, your house is up in flames quick.
Yeah, you get to cash in on all of that home insurance, man.
Exactly. You get you a nice dry tree. Get a lot of as many electronics on that tree as you can, and just go from there.
And I'm understanding that if you plug them all into one surge protector, that's best.
Yes.
Yeah, one surge protector from the dollar store. Don't get a surge protector from a place like Home Depot or Lowe's where they're nice. You need to get them from the dollar store. They have the best failure rate.
All right, with that, we carry on. Cruciform, gentlemen. I'm a big fan of the track. There's also a pretty awesome lyric video to go with it, and I want to talk about it, as we do whenever you guys put out a new single. First of all, Mikey's always up to something, which I greatly enjoy, but you guys are kind of steadily putting singles out, and it seems like each month. I believe you had told me there's one each month for like 5 months. Was that correct?
Yeah, the next one that we've got dropping is actually, we're going to go ahead and drop them all together on the EP. The full EP is going to be out middle of January. I don't have a solid date yet just because I haven't uploaded the stuff, but probably shooting around the 15th to drop the whole thing. And there's going to be one more song that we haven't released off of it and another lyric video to go along with it.
Excellent. So I want to ask, do we have a title for the EP?
It's self-titled.
Self-titled, The New Mutiny. Okay, so let's talk about Cruciform. It's each time I listen, I pick up something new, some new aspect of your guys' sound, and every time I'm always impressed. And I think it's not necessarily like I can go back and listen to the previous single, and I don't necessarily hear that. There's always something that's a little bit different. Is that something that you guys are conscientious of, or is it just each song has its feel?
No, I think it comes naturally. We're into a lot of different styles of rock and roll. We come from a lot of different backgrounds of stuff that we listen to on a regular basis. So I think once we start cooking on a track, we kind of lock in and be like, okay, well, this is a little bit heavier, and we kind of let it drive itself. And we don't really like the getting put in a box. We're not like, oh, well, we're just going to be a hardcore band, or we're going to be a metal band, or we're going to be a rock and roll band. We like using all of the elements of that rock and roll that we love and throwing it into the music. So it's really organic when these songs come together.
And I want to talk about the lyrical aspect and then kind of the story behind the track. Where does Cruciform come from?
No, just in time for Jesus's birthday. I was raised in a Christian family. My mother is a preacher's daughter, so a lot of time as a child spent with my extended family. Had a lot of that shoved down my throat, and just seeing a lot of the hypocrisy that goes on within a church and stuff like that. Like it's always been like a real big like bone I've got to pick. It just irks me. So when I sat down and wrote this, specifically, there's a member of my family that once upon a time had kind of distanced herself from the church. And then once my Nana and Papa passed away, there was a bit of survivor's guilt, I believe. And she went running back, and she went in like wholehearted into it, and like eating up the bigotry and just regurgitating a lot of the things that I don't agree with. And it was a big surprise that she was the one that ended up going back. So right around the time that all kind of went down, I started cooking some lyrics up, and I was kind of sitting on a couple of lines, and then this song came out, and I was like, this is it. This is the tune that it's going to be.
Well, I think it came out really good. Now I'm really glad I asked that. Kind of picking up, and it's something that I think the feelings, what's going on, that's kind of something that a lot of people deal with that they're not necessarily ready to address. It's 2020. These are things like we have the freedom of religion. We also have the freedom from religion. Like that's
Right.
an option as well. So I'm really glad that this track addresses that, and I'm glad we're having this conversation right now. You said you kind of had the lines you were cooking up. Which lines in particular did you kind of, like this absolutely has to be said?
Like months and months and months ago, the first line of the song, just as guilty as the Roman that swung the hammer, was the one that I was like, yeah, it's going to be something one day. That, she makes the sign of the cross, she's forgiven. Those were the two main ones that I was kicking around. And then once the guys brought in this just monster riff, I was like, yo, like I got it. I've already got a vocal melody, and they fell together. So.
All right. So now I want to ask Jeremy and Mikey if he's not currently checking out or sneaking away into the night with a Christmas tree. When Jason comes at you with lyrics like this, is there a moment where you're like, yeah, we're all on board? Or is there a moment where you're like, we might rattle some cages?
I mean, for me personally, he hasn't come to anything. I mean, I think you got to give him the freedom to interpret, to write whatever kind of lyrics he's going to write. I mean, I trust Jason enough as a musician and as a human that I don't really, it's, whatever he wants to say within the song, more than likely I agree with it, or he's telling a story from personal experience, or, however he's writing those lyrics, that's on, that's on him. It's fun to kind of, find out, I don't really kind of ask until he's kind of got them done, or, I'm really trying to, pay attention to how the song is grooving, and you hear the lines that he comes up with and some of the hooks, and it's just like, damn, I feel, I'm singing them to myself after we're done jamming on them and stuff. I'm like, it's really good. And then as he paints the picture, it's cool to see it unfold. For me, the topics that he wants to tackle, and the lyrical content, I'm cool with it, man. I've never really had a question about it. So,
I like the diction. Yeah, the diction's real. Jason's got some pretty tasteful lyrics, I would say. I'm pretty much on the same page too. I don't disagree with a lot of the stuff that he writes, and I think the last time we spoke, I was like, yeah, for the longest time I thought this song meant this, but then when Jason actually explained it, it was a completely different meaning, which I even enjoyed even more. So it's pretty cool.
And I think that's something we touched on either in the first or the second, is that Jason, when he writes, it's kind of it's not direct. It's a much more poetic way, and I love the way he handles, and that's why I asked that question, because I knew there was a backstory there that wasn't necessarily, upfront in your face, and I think that takes a lot of talent. From a musicality side, man, it's heavy, it's hooky to a certain degree, and I think people are really going to dig this one. Is it your favorite track off the EP? Any of you, or do we still have one coming?
It's definitely one of my favorites. I think my favorite one is Narcissist, but this one's definitely up there. Like I love playing it. Like it's just so fun to play. That riff is so fun to play.
Let's talk about playing.
It's really fun on drums because I'm here. It's like I can take it, 5 extra beats per minute, I could just play it a little bit faster, and the guys they'll tear me up afterwards. They'll be like, "You son of you."
There's a couple runs there.
Apparently, it's not the easiest tune.
It's a damn hand.
Yeah.
It's a fun one to play live for sure. Especially the ending of.
Yeah.
Speaking of playing live, 2021's coming, and I noticed something over on the New Mutiny Facebook page is there's going to be some New Mutiny played live. I'm going to talk about that. I know we're a little bit out, but we're going to pretend that everything, the stars alive. What's the plan?
Yes.
Right.
In a perfect universe, January 30th, we're playing a show with 434, who are from Northern Virginia, and another local punk band. Guys are great, called Baltimore Steam Gun. Is there anybody else on the bill, Jeremy? Or is it just us three?
I think there's a surprise guest on. Yes, there is somebody on the bill. I don't know if I'm at liberty to say who it is at this point because I don't know.
Secrets.
Yeah, because I don't really know who it is. I just know. I know there's some talk about who it may be.
Oh wait,
So,
does it involve JB?
yeah. Yes. Of course.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we'll scratch our heads and ponder on that, but New
there's
Mutiny Live.
more to pay attention to the social media. We'll let you guys know.
Yes, exactly. That's probably the most important thing. Of course, Cruciform out now. Some point in January, we'll have a new EP, and of course, some point in January, we'll have a show for said new EP. Gentlemen, well, first of all,
new single too.
yeah, I was gonna say a new single coming with the EP as well. But Mikey, did you end up leaving with a Christmas tree?
Yes, we are. We're heading out. These guys, they're just like, I think they're going to tie it to the car for us.
Oh, nice.
So,
I mean, that looks like a pretty nice tree.
This is great. I don't have to
very
do anything. I love it.
I mean, I would have pegged you for someone who just goes out into the forest and grabs a tree, but hey,
Yeah,
you do you, Mikey.
Well, I like to burn them. I can't wait for Christmas to be over so I could burn the trees, honestly. It's my favorite part of the year.
And that's why you get a dry tree.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. All right, gentlemen, we'll keep an eye on the New Mutiny social media, of course. Cruciform out now. We got that new EP, a new single to look forward to. Of course, if you happen to be out in the area, January 30th, going to be playing a show. Gentlemen, I would like to talk to you again when that new EP drops. So once you have an official date, let me know, and we'll get you on for another BS. But thank you so much for joining me this evening, and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Absolutely, you too, bud. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, Nate.
You know, I probably could have just said Happy Holidays. That kind of encompasses everything. Happy Holidays, gentlemen.
Happy.
All right,
Cheers.
thanks, guys.
All right. Later, guys.